Lawyer Flash.
Welcome to Lawyer Flash. I'm your host, John Deere, and I explain the law. This week, the war on tattoos. 100 years ago, they were displayed only by enlisted Navy men and Marines. Over time, they became popular with bikers, then in prisons, and with gangs. Today, however, they are popular throughout society. Yet the law still exhibits a strong bias against them. Some laws restricting tattoos are reasonable. Most states prevent tattoos to minors or require parental consent. Also, many states restrict tattoo artists from tattooing a customer who is drunk. There is less waking up with a surprise tattoo than there used to be. These are the common sense, reasonable laws. Recently, however, many jurisdictions have sought to place additional restrictions on tattooing. In 2013, Washington, D.C. proposed a 24-hour waiting period between request and obtaining the actual tattoo. This is the so-called Think Before You Ink law. The law has yet to pass, but is still under consideration. This would make getting a tattoo in Washington, D.C. more difficult in some ways than purchasing a gun. In Arkansas, the state legislature sought to completely ban certain types of tattoos, including scarification, inkless tattoos created by scarring the flesh. Free speech advocates mobilized to bring attention to this proposed law, and the final version that passed was heavily watered down, relating primarily to health and safety issues. Even the military has announced a new ban on certain tattoos. According to Stars and Stripes magazine, new recruits will not be allowed to have tattoos that show below the elbows and knees or above the neckline. Immigration authorities have also begun using tattoo-based restrictions. In 2012, various sources reported that U.S. immigration authorities required a man to leave his wife and 3 children in Colorado to travel to Mexico for a green card interview. After the interview, the man was reportedly denied return to the United States after immigration officials questioned whether some of his tattoos may be gang-related. The man denies any involvement with gangs, and no evidence other than the tattoos has been cited. The man says he merely wants to get home to his family. Finally, employers are legally entitled to discriminate based upon tattoos. The law is well settled that employers may deny employment based upon the presence of visible tattoos and may require employees to cover their tattoos as long as the policy is equitable. In other words, an employer may get into trouble if it decides to pick and choose which tattoos must be covered. These employment guidelines are not illegal, and they are now commonplace. If you have a visible tattoo, you may and often are denied employment. These employment guidelines are not illegal, and they are now commonplace. If you have a visible tattoo, you may and often are denied employment. I'm your host, John Deere. You can find us here each week at lawyerflash.net or youtube.com/lawyerflash. Also, check out and like our Facebook page, and mostly subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll see you next week on Lawyer Flash.